Welcome to Whole Health Podcast. Today we have a special guest, Juan Rojas. He's a bodybuilding coach here in Cambridge, Ontario.
Thank you very much, Chelsea. It's a pleasure to be on. I'm really honored by this, and my goal is to reach out to people and help anybody out. So that makes me very happy to be here.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. So my first question for you is, what is bodybuilding to you?
Chelsea, bodybuilding to me is not only a sport, it's an art as well, but it's also a lifestyle. Not many sports will involve your entire life around it. You know, if you're a basketball player, if you're a soccer player, even at the professional level, sure, you may train a bunch of hours a day, you have certain coaches, you have to work on massages, things like this. But as a bodybuilder, it's a 24-hour job. There's no such thing as an off season. Sure, bodybuilders call it off season. That's the time of improvement. But even during this time, you still have to make sure you get all your meals in. You have to make sure you get all your hard training in. You still got to make sure you get your rest in. A lot of these professional athletes you may see, they'll go out to the bar after winning a game, things like this. Bodybuilders don't do that because you will never be the best bodybuilder you can be if you're doing things like drinking, like not getting enough sleep, not getting your meals in.
Yeah, that makes sense because a lot of people that I follow who are into bodybuilding, even while they're in off season, they're still tracking their macros, they're still doing their workouts. Things are still very serious, even though their phase of training may be different.
Exactly. And you know what? Although it's a sport in the sense of day in and day out, you're in the gym, you're pushing your body physically, you're pushing your body you're pushing your mind. At the same time, it's an art because once we're on stage, it's not about necessarily lifting weights or doing some sort of feat with your body like an athlete would do. On stage, it's more an art. It's all about creating an illusion. It's creating the illusion that you have no weaknesses and you're displaying your strengths. So this is why it's an art. We spend hours and hours on imposing and making sure we look aesthetic.
Yeah, I like that you said create the illusion there too, that you're because a lot of people would be intimidated just by seeing someone on stage and think that they're perfect, but
of course
you're just making that, like you said, illusion because no one really is. It's, I guess, a way of changing your mind and your confidence and displaying a different side of you.
Of course.
So how would you say bodybuilding is different from most other training programs, not sport specific, but in comparison to like powerlifting or CrossFit? What is the main difference in the type of training?
That's an awesome question. You know what's funny? A little background. When I first started training, it was actually powerlifting styles. And I would say most people in the gym are looking to transform their body. Okay? This means that they want to just change their body. It doesn't necessarily matter how much weight they're lifting, anything like this. A power lifter, an Olympic athlete, a regular athlete, any of these people, all their focus is an external focus. And that's what it should be. Because as a power lifter, you need to say, okay, my goal is to bench press 300 pounds. Right now I'm at 250 pounds. Am I getting better? If I'm bench pressing 275 pounds in a few weeks, I'm getting better.
Yeah.
Whereas a bodybuilder is one of the only sports that you need to have an internal focus. So when I'm in the gym, when any bodybuilder's in the gym, any good bodybuilder, their goal should not be to move weight. Their goal should not be to move something from point A to point B, or to curl this weight from down here to up here. The goal is to contract and stretch muscles. So when I'm in the gym, I'm thinking, let's say I'm training biceps. I think stretch, 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 contract. Now, I'm just contracting. There just so happens to be a weight in my hand that creates resistance and adds stress to that muscle. Unfortunately, most of those people, how I mentioned before, that are looking to transform their body in the gym, just have that external focus. They're just focusing on, okay, to do a squat, I gotta sit down and stand up. As opposed to thinking, I gotta brace my core, I gotta lengthen that quad, really contract my glutes on the way up, and feel my muscles working. Keep the tension on the muscle. That's the main difference.
Yeah, and I see that in all different types of training. It's often neglected. A lot of people are just focusing on lifting that weight or getting that rep in. They're not necessarily thinking about what they're doing, which, like you said, they should, because one, it's an inner practice but the whole mind muscle contraction thing as well, where you're actually activating more of the muscle when you're conscious of it and thinking about it. So,
Of course, and even for example with cardio, a lot of people say I have to do 30 minutes of cardio or 45 minutes of cardio. Well, the focus should be, okay, my goal is not necessarily to do these many minutes of cardio, is to stimulate my body to burn body fat. Or I have to keep my heart rate at 130. That's not necessarily the focus you should have. What I want to do is, again, stimulate my body to use the stored body fat and burn it off as energy. So it's a completely different focus, and it takes years to learn your body. Some of the best bodybuilders are very, very in tune with their body. And this is a never-ending skill. You'll always be a student of your body. And I can't say myself that I'm a master in my body. Every single day I learn something new about it. And my goal is to perfect learning my body. It's never going to happen as your body changes so much, but that constant looking for it is what drives me.
Yeah, and I guess just like constantly being aware of your body, so that you're noticing when those changes are occurring, because our body is always changing.
Of course.
Where some people don't even realize that because they're just so clueless of what's happening with them. So cool. My next question would be, what makes someone a successful bodybuilder then? What kind of characteristic traits would you say someone needs to have if they want to be a successful bodybuilder?
Well, a good bodybuilder has a few different things. Discipline is going to be the main thing. Being a bodybuilder has often been compared to being like a monk, especially when you're getting ready for a contest. It requires a lot of discipline to stay on your diet. Even when you're hungry, even when you're tired, even when your friends are having a party, when your family orders pizza. You can have it, sure, but will you be the best bodybuilder out there? Probably not. So it requires that discipline. It requires determination and hard work. Because without hard work, you're never going to look your best. You have to subject your body to a stress that has never been put under. And you want to constantly add to that stress in order to change your body. You want to tell your body, I need to adapt, I need to change, I need to grow muscle, I need to burn this body fat. The other things that make a good bodybuilder is being self-motivated. So your motivation should come from within. During those times, excuse me, when you're prepping and you're exhausted and you've done an hour of cardio in the morning and you have to go squat heavy and it's 10 p.m. now and you're so tired and you're hungry, but you have to do more cardio before bed. What are you going to do? Where are you going to pull that motivation from? You might feel like this sucks. Well, you have to override a lot of these thoughts, and you have to be self-motivated and understand that, you know what, I may feel uncomfortable now, but I have much bigger goals, and I'm working for something so much greater than that temporary feeling of satisfaction right now of me eating that cookie or not doing that cardio session. Another thing that makes a bodybuilder really, really good is being detail-oriented. Good bodybuilders are very meticulous about how many macros they're having, about their day, about how hard they're training, about getting more reps. Two more things that make a good bodybuilder, in my opinion, are being obsessed. And oftentimes it's seen as something bad. But I think if you want to be successful in any endeavor in life, if you want to be at the top, you have to be obsessed with it. And bodybuilding is a very obsessive sport. It's a very selfish sport, to be honest with you. So it is a fine line between how obsessed can you get in order to maybe work towards your goals, but still provide for your loved ones, give them time, give them attention. And I would say the last thing that makes a good bodybuilder, which I don't like to focus on at all, but it's just reality, it's genetics. I have some clients, for example, that can go out drinking and can eat McDonald's and still look amazing while they're getting ready for their show. Whereas some people like myself, if I walk down to Tim Hortons and I smell some donuts, my insulin was spiking and I get fat. You know what I mean? So genetics do play a role. I don't like to focus on them at all. I never blame genetics for things because I can't change that.
Yeah.
You can only change, or you can only focus on the factors that you can control, which is how hard you're working, your education or your knowledge, and being patient. Being patient, putting the work day in and day out.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
What would you say is the one thing that holds most people back then from becoming a successful bodybuilder?
I think that's a very good question. I think the one thing that holds people back is discipline and having faith. You want to have that faith that although I may not see how I'm going to get to the top right now, I don't see the path, I can see the end result. So most great bodybuilders, and I'll give you an example, myself, I'm not even calling myself a great bodybuilder because I'm nowhere close to where I want to be. But in my mind, I visualize what I want to look like, what this image of the perfect physique is like in my frame. And again, sometimes you feel demotivated, just like anybody else. You feel like, you know what, I'm working so hard, I'm not getting the results I want. And sometimes you just got to say, you know what, it just takes time.
Yeah.
So some people get demotivated. They may work really hard for 3 months, but then they fall off the wagon. They don't want to go back to the gym. Whereas those are the days that count, in my opinion. The days that you don't want to go to the gym. The days that you don't feel well. The days that you feel like just resting on the couch because you just don't feel like it. It's not fun walking under a 400-pound bar and squatting that. But those are the days that matter because those are what grow your mind.
Yeah.
In bodybuilding, the mind is much more important than the actual body because the mind controls the body. The body cannot go where the mind is not there.
Yeah, which everything you just said right now really connected back to the whole idea of being like a monk, like having the faith and believing in yourself. And although you might not be where you want to be, just believing that you can get there and visualizing that. And like you just said, now your mind is kind of the device that's in control.
Of course. They're weak-minded, many bodybuilders. When you get to the top, though, of bodybuilding, it's fascinating seeing the mentality that these men have. It's fascinating to me.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out and sharing some information with our viewers.
Of course, anytime,
It's been a
Chelsea.
pleasure. You have a lot of really interesting facts and things that I didn't even know myself about bodybuilding. So if you didn't inspire anyone else out there, you at least inspired me. So thank you.
Perfect. My pleasure. You know what? I love bodybuilding. A lot of people see negatives in bodybuilding, self-image disorders or eating disorders. But I can tell you at least the way that bodybuilding helped me. I grew up very, very overweight all my life, low self-esteem, developed an eating disorder, ended up losing a ton of weight the wrong way, and I was at a very, very low point in my life. I never thought I would get anywhere at any point in my life. And then I started lifting weights a little bit and getting into bodybuilding. What bodybuilding has taught me is faith, hard work, determination, and the most important thing is that if you always follow your passion, you're honest with people, things will just work out. At some points, I've been like, I don't know what I'm going to do for a job. I don't have a job right now. Whether it be because I hated that job, I left, or whatever. If you always follow your passion, somebody will come along or something will come along and just work out. Because of bodybuilding, I've been able to make a career out of training. I've been able to open my own business and do what I love. When I didn't think I would have a job or a source of income, jobs were handed to me because people saw my passion in fitness and bodybuilding. I met my wife because I was so passionate about bodybuilding. So a lot of amazing things have come to my life because of my pursuit of bodybuilding, and I will never forget that. So, and everything has a downside, but it's all perspective. Yeah. You know, you can either look at where you're giving up. Did I give up some years of maybe perhaps I could party or some opportunities, or sometimes I miss out on eating certain foods? Sure, that's true. But I look at the positives, and I can't imagine my life without bodybuilding.
It's interesting. I'm not a bodybuilder myself, but just your story, same. Like I had a very same story myself, and it's just funny how all it took was like taking care of ourselves, like with an honest attempt and really caring about yourself for change to like just magically occur like that, where all these possibilities are just being kind of brought to you because you took that initiative and follow your passion and take care of your body and mind.
Of course, of course. No, and always helping others out. I think that's the biggest thing that I have found so rewarding and has brought me so many possibilities in life is always being open to help. And just truly, honestly wanting to help.
Mhm.
Not thinking, okay, what am I going to get in return from this person? Somebody needs help. I love to help them.
Yeah.
Even if it's somebody at the gym. Oftentimes the guys who have a little bit of muscle or a little bit lean, they walk around the gym thinking that they own the place, they're rude, they demotivate and scare a lot of these people who are just getting in the gym. Give them a smile. Say, hey, you know what, welcome to the gym. I haven't seen you around. Are you new? If I can ever help you with anything, please let me know. Because that goes a long way, motivating others. And at the end of the day, that's my biggest goal.
Yeah.
I want to help inspire people to be their absolute best. And I want to show them that they can truly achieve anything they set their mind to. Because I did it. And there's nothing special about me than there is about everybody else out there. We're all human beings with the same capabilities. What matters is, what are you going to do with these capacities and skills? What are you going to do with your mind?
Yeah.
Are you going to develop it all the way? Or are you just going to mindlessly just sit watching TV at home all day?
Yeah. Which when like stuff like that happens in the gym, like you were saying, it's not always just guys, sometimes it's women as well, but there's just those people in the gym that make it a really unwelcoming and unpleasant experience for people that are just getting started, which is not fair for them because we all have to start somewhere. So it's nice to see that you just honestly care and want to help people, because I think we really need that in the gym. It's a scary place for a lot of people, even people that know when you're doing it could be intimidating for.
For sure, for sure. Well, thank you very much for having me, Chelsea.
Thank you.
It's been an amazing pleasure. If anybody needs help out there, I would love to be able to help them out. I own an online coaching and training business called Physique Transformation Academy. You can check out my website, physiqueacademy.com, or my Instagram. Even if they have questions, even if anybody out there has questions about, am I doing this right? Can you please help me out with my training or my nutrition? I always love to answer them, and I answer every question I get.
Awesome. Thank you so much again.
My pleasure.
There.
How old is it?
17.